What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Right back to Mason.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The wall didn't work very well on that play. Defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 64 yards.
And the Vikings will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit. Even
the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On second down, a run with Price.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Here's a diving catch right side. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Eric Wilson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Now a 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Price.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Going right back to Price.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Murray.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. "7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down at 7.
Now Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw is Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Murray off play action. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mason going to get it on first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this throw caught left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
On the give, it's Mason.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this is clear.
Touchdown, Vikings!
T.J. Hawkinson from 10 yards out. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
They'll run on first down with Price.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll go again here with Price.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
71 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Back to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing, and it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
They'll run for it. It's Price.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Josh Jobe.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Rolling to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd down and 1.
They'll look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead with Price. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Price.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's Mason.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
19 takes.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
On the give, this is Price.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's a run with Price.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself, because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So Frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Play fake. Murray. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll hand it to Mason. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Murray going to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Mason. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On play action, it's Murray. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On the ground, here comes Mason. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Now it's Mason.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jordan Mason.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30.
I'm shaking my head a little bit as an ex-DB, but I'm also nodding because any edge you can get as a receiver, you take it. Runs a stutter go there, about 12 yards downfield, then chops his feet like he's breaking off his route. And then he takes off and goes downfield again. Excellent job selling it, and it leads to a big gain.
Now a run with Price.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. On the handoff, Price trying the left side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And the returner down to a knee. And this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Vikings strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
This is 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Eric Wilson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Eric Wilson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And that 2 points you would think should end any thoughts here of a possible comeback.
Yeah, they had a long field ahead of them anyway, but now 2 scores down, you can just about chalk this one up for lost.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, get that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.